Rio is definitely one of my favorite characters from the Spider-Verse franchise. In this video, I want to talk a bit about her character. Even though there isn't a ton of information out there about her, I still think she's amazing, so let's dive into it. Rio is the mother of Miles and the wife of Jefferson. She plays a really important role in Miles' life, always being there to support him. Whenever Miles feels stressed or overwhelmed, Rio is the one who helps him stay grounded and encourages him to keep going. Her strength and positivity make a big difference for him. She was born in Puerto Rico to her mother Rio Morales. Growing up in Puerto Rico was a big part of her life, but eventually, she decided to leave her hometown and move to New York City. She settled in Brooklyn, a vibrant neighborhood where she would start a new chapter in her life. It was in Brooklyn that she met Jefferson Davis, and they quickly formed a close bond. During this time, Rio was working in a job that she wasn't particularly proud of. She knew she wanted more for herself and her future family, but she was doing her best to get by. Despite the challenges, she and Jefferson became a couple and eventually welcomed a child together. They named their son Miles Morales, and soon after, they decided to get married. As time went on, Rio pursued her dream of becoming a nurse. She worked hard to achieve this goal and found a job in Brooklyn where she could help others in her community. Balancing her career and her family life, Rio became a role model for Miles, showing him the importance of hard work, determination, and being there for the people you love. She often found herself playing the peacemaker between Miles and Jefferson. Sometimes, they would bicker about how Jefferson treated Miles, and it could get a little tense. Rio would step in to help smooth things over. She knew that Jefferson could be pretty blunt with his words, so she would try to tone down his honesty a bit. At the same time, she made sure to reassure Miles that his dad's intentions came from a place of love, even if it didn't always feel that way to him. After the Collider crisis, things got a bit more complicated. Miles was struggling with his grades in school, and Rio felt it was important to step up as a parent. She became a little stricter with him, wanting to make sure he stayed on track. But even as she tightened the reins, she remained understanding.
It's my life.
It's not your life. It's mine, and your father's, and your abuelos, the abuelas, who put you in this spot that I'd give anything to be.
She truly wished for the best for Miles and worried about him getting lost or overwhelmed as he grew up. It was a tough balance for her, wanting to guide him while also giving him the space to figure things out on his own. When Rio first met Gwen, she was pretty wary. She didn't know much about her and felt protective of Miles, so she approached the situation with caution.
Don't take it from me.
However, during their second meeting, she started to see a different side of Gwen. It became clear to Rio just how much Gwen cared for her son. This change in perspective really made a difference for her. She began to appreciate Gwen's intentions and the positive influence she could have on Miles. By the end of their second encounter, Rio's feelings about Gwen had shifted significantly. She felt more comfortable with her and even encouraged her to bring Miles home. Rio just wanted to ensure that her son was safe and happy, and she could see that Gwen genuinely cared for him. It was important to her that Miles had good people around him as he navigated the challenges of growing up. In the end, Rio's protective instincts were always about wanting the best for Miles, and she hoped that he would find his way with the right support. So, that's pretty much the video. I really wanted to talk more about her character, but I couldn't find much information. Still, I think she's an amazing character overall, and I really hope that she has a great future in Beyond the Spider-Verse.